Welcome back to the Morning Blend. Our next guest loves to write stories that end well with characters you'd like to invite to dinner. She's my kind of girl, my kind of author.
That's right. Amy Reichert wrote this new book. It's called The Simplicity of Cider. It's a love story set in Door County, and we're happy to have Amy here on the yellow couch.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah,
I love being here.
Thanks for being
So great to have you.
Born and raised Wisconsin?
Born and raised Wisconsin. I grew up in Manitowoc, went to college outside Green Bay, and I've been down in the Milwaukee area since 94.
Something. Yeah, I do that now too.
So you've probably been to Door County many times.
Yes, I have. I love it up there, and that's why I wanted to set my next book there, because it's a really special place in our state.
It is.
And it's kind of fun when I'm talking about it to people who are not familiar with our state. I'm like, always, this is Wisconsin, this is Door County.
That's a great way to do it.
Yeah,
I've
that
never
is a
seen
great way
that
to
done
do
before.
that. Yeah, that's
Very
awesome.
handy.
Yes.
Very handy if you live in Wisconsin.
That is a great,
Not so good for Texas, but
Texas
yeah,
doesn't work.
I get it. That's awesome. Tell us a little bit about the plot of your book.
So The Simplicity of Cider is about Sana. She lives in an orchard. She's been there their family's been there for 5 generations. She lives there with her father, and she doesn't really like other people very much. Her dad decides they need extra help on the orchard, so he hires a very handsome man and his 10-year-old son, who are kind of escaping from a secret. And she doesn't like that very much. So there is some conflict. She has to spend a little bit more time with a 10-year-old boy than she wants to, and ultimately grows to be very fond of him and his dad. And there's some secrets that start happening, some mysterious things that happen on the orchard, and what she does with her spare time is she likes to make hard cider, and she has a special gift for it. So there's a lot of, I really wanted to learn, I really enjoy drinking hard cider.
Love cider.
Is hard cider alcoholic?
It is alcoholic.
It is. Okay. Is
So
that
it's-
okay?
So it's not the juice that you think of when you buy fresh from the orchard. It's been fermented. It's a lot like wine in the sense it can be very dry or it can be very sweet. And I really wanted to learn more about the process. So that's what led me into starting this book. And then setting it in Door County was just a natural fit.
Well, I know there's a cider tour in Door County.
There
Did you go on it?
I didn't. I went to the
Okay.
tasting room, which is really the important part.
I've
Let's
tasted
be
the Door
honest.
County cider. Everything's cherry. It's all cherry cider.
Well, the Island Orchard Cider Company is in Ellison Bay, and they have a really delicious pear cider that I highly recommend.
I would like that.
It's so good.
I love that. That's great. I like the idea that you like stories that end well, and that it gives you comfort as a reader. But that you like to write about characters that you say you'd like to have over for dinner or have dinner with, or I always say, or go to a cocktail party with.
Exactly. I like to say I write comfort reads. So I like that you use that word. Because they're the books that when you're finished, you kind of want to give them a little hug because they were just so good.
And you feel sad too. that they're over.
It's over. But it made you feel good. That's what I want readers to feel when they're done reading my books.
Yeah,
and I love writing about food and Wisconsin. It's just, those are 2 of the things closest to my heart.
Yeah.
That's great. I
How
love
did you
that.
start writing? I just always am interested. Like,
That's a really good question. I was staying at home with my children, and they were going off to school, and I thought, gee, I was going to have all this free time. What am I going to do with it? And I fell into writing stories because I've always told them to myself in my head. And I started writing them down, and I really loved it, and I started meeting other writers, and it was just a community that I fit well in. So
I love that.
I'm very lucky that I found this as a second career.
We want to ask you a few rapid fire questions, if that's
Lay
okay
it on
with
me.
you. All right. What's a book that makes you cry?
Me Before You by Jojo Moyes.
Oh,
Every
I
single
read that.
time, ugly
Yes,
cry.
that is sad.
Cry.
Ugly crying. Yep.
does writing energize or exhaust you?
It depends what stage I'm at. If I am writing it for the first time through, that's very energizing because it's all new and fresh. If I'm in like the final edits, it is exhausting because I'm done with it. I don't want to look at it anymore.
I don't like the characters anymore.
I'm sick of them.
Yeah. Does a big ego help or hurt a writer?
I think it hurts a writer because writing is a really collaborative process. You have to rely on editors and copy editors and agents and publicity people. And if you can't work on a team and you have too big of an ego and think you're a special snowflake, it's not going to go well.
Did you ever consider writing under a pseudonym?
I didn't because, I want people to know I write the darn thing. I
Gotta get the credit.
back to that.
This, I think, is a good question for writers. Do you try to deliver original material or what you know your readers want?
I write, that's a good question. I guess I write for whatever makes me happy first. And I have to hope that my readers are going to like that. I hope they like my voice and the ideas that come to me and they respond to that. So I have to be true to me first. Otherwise, it's not going to feel authentic.
Yeah.
As a writer, what would your spirit animal be?
Probably a turtle, because I'm very like slow and steady and
Wins the race.
That's right. And
Yeah.
will get done eventually.
Last one I have to ask, I love to ask writers, do you believe in writer's block?
I don't. I think you just have to keep writing through it.
You know what? Almost every author we've asked that question to says the exact same thing.
It's just, I think writer's block is just an excuse to go do something else.
Yeah.
And that's fine too. Sometimes you need to do that. But if I'm stuck, I will, go take a shower, go take a drive. And to me, that's still working.
Yeah.
Because I'm still thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have
it.
to come
It was
back
great
and
having
visit
you
us
here.
with your next book.
I absolutely will. It'll be out next year sometime.
Fantastic. We'll look
That's
forward to
wonderful.
seeing you then. That is great. And people can visit your website, amyreichert.com, to find out more. You also have a book signing that is coming up this Saturday, June 3rd at 7 p.m. That's at Boswell Book Company on
Yes.
Downer. And Katie, you just told me something that I
It's
didn't hear.
Amy E. Reichert.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you. AmyEReichert.com is